The Pentax Auto 110 was, without a doubt, the best 110 camera. The lenses in the system hold up on APS-C camera bodies, and the images they deliver on 110 film punch well above their weight. The Pentax Auto 110 is small enough to keep in a pocket, light enough for long hikes, and convenient as a travel camera. If 110 weren't such a challenge to use, so vastly more expensive than any other film format based on cost to image area, and, frankly, so incredibly wasteful, this camera and the format it supports would still be viable options today for many film shooters. For those of us who do go out of our way to use these, they can be both a joy and a frustration to use. A joy in their simplicity and the quality of the return, and a frustration in finding a cheap film source. As a small, light camera, I took my Auto 110 out on many hikes this year until the camera's advance and shutter mechanisms jammed. Paired with a pan-focus 18mm lens, it was the easiest camera I had ever used. Paired with a 50mm lens, it focused on details in scenes and gave images concentrated subjects that felt well proportioned. Paired with the 70mm lens, it delivered excellent portraits. The Auto 110 taught me a lot about using cameras, namely to enjoy a camera that is simple to use. I learned that a program-only camera can return nice images consistently. That got me thinking about what I've learned about photography in the now 3 decades that I've practiced it. I wish that I could take some of what I've learned and pass it along to my 15-year-old self, 2 years after I got my first camera, holding that brand new to me Pentax K1000 for the first time. I would say, you'll make mistakes, don't beat yourself up over them. Skill in photography is a gift that we can give or sell to other people. Always carry a camera with you. Practice every day if you can, but also know it's okay to take time off if you feel like you're burning out. Don't expect to be rich and famous. Instead, your goal should be to use your photography to gain a deeper understanding of yourself and your subjects. Obstacles and challenges in life, like in video games, mean we're on the right track. Take your bad photos as a gift and learn to be your harshest critic through them. Almost no one except you will ever be honest with you about the quality of your work. If you take care of the image will take care of you. The other week, one of my customers asked me to write some encouraging words to her daughter, an aspiring photographer, the same age I was when I could have really used hearing those 8 things. I don't know if she knew that she was buying from me, or if she was taking a leap of faith that a random online shop owner might have thoughts of value. I think that some of what I wrote in that letter bears repeating here, as parts of it overlap what I wish I had known 3 decades ago. I don't know who out there needs to hear this, but I do hope it finds you. To be most successful as a photographer, use photography to seek a means of better connection with and understanding of your subjects. Don't seek that fame or wealth. Seek a deeper understanding of yourself and your subjects. That will lead to you getting from photography what you need. If you photograph people, the best subject of course, then use photography to gain a deeper understanding of the human condition and the lives of others. There are times you will feel burned out. There are times that the idea of taking photos and doing the thing will feel like trying to lift a truck. That's fine, and normal, and part of any creative endeavor. Creativity, to steal from the oatmeal, is like exhaling, and sometimes we need to inhale. When that happens, don't force photography. Don't force yourself. Explore other things, and when you come back to photography after some weeks or maybe months, you'll someday see that those other things informed, influenced, and matured your photography. It's okay to set down the camera and inhale. You'll make lots of mistakes. You'll miss lots of shots. That's normal and good, and part of the process. Embrace mistakes, embrace failure. Those things will teach you a great deal. Photography is a practice, a thing at which we will never be perfect. Each new tool, technique, subject, and goal which we set for ourselves will mature our interaction with that practice. And sometimes, having a tool that does all the technical thinking for us, like the Pentax Auto 110, so that we can focus solely on composition and image structure, is the best teacher we can ask for. And that's exactly what this camera does. It takes the technical details away from the photographer so they can focus on image structure and design. We have to teach our brains how to imagine an image in the viewfinder, how to develop strong compositional understanding on the fly, and how to create in our mind an image before we ever place the camera to our eyes. Every good photo comes from inside our minds. Any camera can take almost any photo we need it to take. Don't worry about what is in your hands. It can do what you need it, and it can teach you to be a better photographer in some way as long as you let it.